There we go. All right. Hey, everybody. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day here today. Let me put you over into this mode very fast. Loki's very, very excited about a treat really, really quickly. He's giving me the look. I'll give him a teeny piece of this bone stuff very fast. There you go. Yep. Yeah. See, if it's a delicate treat, he'll be a little bit nicer. All right. So I got some throat stuff going on, so I'm just going to throw that out there right away. It's not from like smoking cigars or the cold I had last week. I got like an allergy attack, and I guess my throat's just a little bit irritated. And since my nose is still stuffy, like the drainage keeps on irritating it. So if you guys hear me go, that's basically what's happening. I do have... No, I forgot where I put it. I did have a Mucinex pill, but I didn't take it. But it's upstairs, so I'll take one after the stream is over. So basically, Mucinex is saving my butt right now. But happy to see all of you guys here. Definitely a, a fucked up day. I don't know what you guys want to call this one right now. It's definitely been interesting. I'll show you guys the charts here in a second, but you guys can all see it definitely does not look pretty. Currently Bitcoin's resting at about 85,500. We talked about how it would be prudent or wise to sell some of your cryptocurrency yesterday after the pop, and I mean, thank God, some of us did. If you guys didn't, no worries. I know it's a long game here, but this is just getting kind of grueling, and it's just a process here, and it's a process that you're going to be like this, making your head hurt. I don't know if you guys have ever been to the point where maybe somebody's annoying you or somebody just won't be quiet and you're just getting irritated, but it's not the irritation where you're just like, I'm irritated. It's the irritating type where it's like the kettle slowly starting to build up steam until it's like, woo, it's whistling, That's what it feels like right now, because we have all these opportunities and we have good news coming out. Then we have bad technicals, of course, but then we have bad news with bad technicals right after the good news with bad technicals. And it's just led to this nightmare scenario we're finding ourselves in, which, again, the nightmare isn't that Bitcoin's going down. It's just that it's taking forever to go up. And I think that's what's really irking me, because I've been through a couple cycles, 2017, 2018, and then going over to the 2021 cycle, and then going into this one. This one is rough. It's just absolutely rough. And I'm kind of wondering if this is the norm for Bitcoin now, and all of this data that we've done up until now, it's more of we're just kind of recalibrating as a community around cryptocurrency and whatnot, right? So, hey, Jonathan, Ambrook, Meek, Consulting, Ren, Haram, happy to see all of you guys here. Wilder, I know I've been busy, really busy, and I know all of you guys have busy lives as well. And happy to see you, Danny V and Puma. Happy to see all of you guys. Couple things before I get started here, just as a little bit of an update. It looks like maybe it's my CPU that is having an issue here. So I think I'm able to stream with it. I just can't run anything that requires a lot of CPU, or my monitors go black. It might not have ever been a issue with the GPU after all. So fun fact there. I'm going to stream today at 5 o'clock, 5:30. Tomorrow 5 o'clock, 5:30 to whatever I end up stopping at. Wednesdays I don't stream late. I stream earlier, like 12 o'clock in the midday, kind of around market close, right? After that, before I do my daily hike up to my weekly hike up to Seattle, what I'm gonna do is take my computer over to Best Buy, have them put a new CPU in it, and if I'm lucky, it shouldn't take too long. But if it takes the next day, I'll just pick it up in the morning and be able to stream with you guys on Thursday, easy peasy. So there shouldn't be any like changes to my stream schedule. But if for whatever reason my stream were to go out tonight, it's just going to be an issue, which I'll just have to live with. But yeah. So in other news, as far as the channel is concerned, I did start off a video yesterday, and it's about it's a new series. Every Sunday, I'm going to be talking about crypto, and then one big piece about crypto. And yesterday it was all about Trump, because Trump launched the cryptocurrency reserve, and of course, could be said Trump again pushed Bitcoin back down with these tariffs. But what do you call it? There's a lot of moving parts right now, so that's what we're going to be talking about right now. So get ready for it. And I made sure to prepare with lots of water, so I got a huge thing of water today. If I can figure out how to do this. There used to be a straw with it, but I don't know what happened to it. This is designed to spill on my face. That's okay. I'll take the top off here in a little bit. So, this daily chart just... it was already looking okay, then it started looking a little bit nastier. But now it just looks like, almost like a freak show. When they have those old, sad black and white footage videos and movies showing some sad character being abused inside of not a zoo exhibit, but an exhibit at a circus, right? That's what Bitcoin looks like to me over the past couple weeks. It's kind of sad to see what's happened, but it's not going to make you puke. But you're like, damn, what's going on? So you can see that over the last 24 to 48 hours, we had that announcement come out that was very, very great about the Bitcoin reserve, the cryptocurrency reserve coming out. And then what that meant, we have updates coming out this week. Trump's going to be making announcements. We have the crypto summit coming out. I think it's on Friday. That's going to be the 7th, they said. Let me just double check. So this Friday. So there's a lot of good stuff heading our way for crypto. But from a more fundamental perspective, there's a lot of bad stuff heading our way as well. And the big thing here, of course, was going to be the tariffs. So Japan stocks drop over 2% to lead declines in Asia as Trump tariffs dent sentiment. Right? We know what we're getting into here, folks. It's going to be a slog here. Trump dashes hopes for last-minute Canada and Mexico deal ahead of 25% tariffs. Let's just click on this very fast here. President Donald Trump said the U.S. will impose 25% tariffs on imports from Canada and Mexico on Tuesday. That is tomorrow coming up. Trump is also imposing an additional 10% tariff on imports from China. The Dow Average Industrial closed trading nearly 650 points down after the president spoke at the White House. Right? So Trump went out, he spoke about all this stuff. I think he spoke about Ukraine, the economy, tariffs, all that stuff. Because I think he has the State of the Union tomorrow, right? And that just caused a lot of stuff to go down. We're not going to read this article. It's not too important. The big thing is tariffs are on and the market doesn't like it. If you go back over here to the main page, you're seeing a little bit of breathing happening in the futures market. But again, it's 0.04%, 0.11%, 0.17%. It's not really going to change much of what we saw happen through today's trading day, right? On the other part of all the news today, and this goes to the European war and what could happen between Russia, Ukraine, and Europe, and is Russia going to take over, and all this type of stuff, right? In this circumstance here, we see that over the last, I think it was 2 hours ago now, Trump is halting all United States military aid to Ukraine. And this, I think, is very, very interesting because this is Trump really trying to increase the speed of peace here. Zelensky wants to have, a peace that kind of may take a little bit longer for the war. And, that type, Zelensky wants peace, but he wants a lot of stuff that he wants, basically, right? His country wants. Trump is like, no, we've already helped you with your war long enough. We're making a deal now. We want this to be freaking over. We're tired of it. If you don't want to play ball, we're just going to stop. And this is the big threat. This is Trump talking the talk and walking the walk, basically saying, okay, you want to do all this stuff. You want to go to Europe and beg for their help and say, oh, Trump was mean to me. We're going to say, hey, let Europe pay for all this stuff. Let Europe pay for everything. And that's a very, very hard thing for Europe to do because Europe has a balanced budget for the most part, right? So interesting there as well. So it just kind of leads to this whole world is kind of shifting and moving and becoming, I don't want to say unstable, but let's say uncertain. And that's usually what investors don't like to see. So there's a whole bunch of stuff happening here that just is kind of pointed towards Bitcoin going down. And the little bits of news that we are getting that are good, it's just being drowned out by all of that, right? And I think that's partly because even though crypto has gone a long way, crypto is still a very small little thing, right? It's not like crypto is some behemoth that the whole world has great respect for. We got to really monitor it. That's not what's really happening, right? Bitcoin, of course, is going to be something much smaller than the grand scheme of what's happening in Europe and Russia and, World War III and this little argument that we saw. So, it's going to be interesting. I was trying to see if there was any news on Cointelegraph today, and there was basically like the most boring thing ever. Trump's crypto reserve plan faces Congress vote, may limit rally. Right, there's that. Yuga Labs says SC has dropped its investigation. No. There's nothing. Some process stuff, but it's nothing. You go over to X. Let me refresh it here. WWE, Otis, Dolly. I think Dolly Parton's husband died. Bill Nye, the Secretary of Education, right? Nobody's even talking about some of this stuff, which is kind of crazy. It always makes me wonder how the X algorithm actually works when you have big news like this, which is huge news, like really, really big news, but then it doesn't even trend. That feels very, very weird. Maybe because it's a Monday and people actually have to do their own stuff, right? And then, while we were discussing all the bad news, wow, look at that. Bitcoin decided to start breaking down even further, right? I don't like being right about this stuff. I hate it. But now we know the support level is no good. Well, in fact, don't I have that rule? If you break down once, it's a lot easier to break down again. Yeah, I do have that rule. Let me back this up very fast. You can see Bitcoin has decided to fall down below that next level of support. There really wasn't any bullish momentum here, though. Look at the 4-hour chart, right? That was already dying down. And in fact, 4 hours ago, 6 hours ago, we had that signal that says, hey, bearish move ahead. So yeah, there it is. Now we have the bearish change of character. 2 hours been bearish for a minute. That 1 hour has been bearish for a long time. Oh my God, yeah. One of those days. You guys can obviously tell I'm a little bit more tired than normal. I don't know why I've been so sleepy. No, I've been staying up late. I've been hanging out with friends at the cigar lounge. I guess I haven't been smoking as many cigars as I normally do, but just getting out of the house so my ankle doesn't hurt too much. So what I'll do for now is actually let's pull this back a little bit, and let's just add a couple levels of support here, just so we know what's going on. Let's go to the 1 hour. Does that give me any better level? There we go. That's what I'm looking for right there. And you can see we're tumbling right now, and it's not a pretty tumble. It's a nasty tumble. Okay, one other thing I want to do here, I will do it on this page though, just so I don't have something blocking the screen here. What I'm gonna do is go over here, and I'm gonna find some music to play for us. It'll be kind of light music. We're not gonna really hear it all too much. There we go. It's playing. All right, perfect. But yeah, we get to enjoy Bitcoin coming down a little bit here. While I do this though, very fast, let me just go over here to Bitcoin. I want to see what anybody's talking about it. Anybody talking about it? 5 hours, 2 hours? No. No. Okay. Latest. There you go. Bitcoin is crashing hard. Yeah. Remember we were talking about somebody saying, some influencer saying there was going to be some big V-shaped recovery, and I was like, this doesn't look like it's the process of a V-shaped recovery. Got to be real careful about this stuff. Oh, man. And hey, GT Mike, why don't you get CenturyLink fiber? It's so much better. Okay, so I don't actually live in the city. I live kind of out in the boonies. Not like so much into the boonies. And there's the first tap, there's the test, and there's the breakdown right there. Let me go to the 5-minute chart. So I actually don't live in like a big metropolitan area. I kind of live like here. I can show you in a way. So I can show it to you in a very easy way. Can you guys? Okay, you guys can see that. Sweet. Okay. So as Bitcoin comes down very fast, I'm not showing you where I live, but you can see Portland right here. I live in closer to Seattle. But you can imagine Portland being right here. Like I live like somewhere like in a town like this, but not even a town. It's just houses, but it's much more built out, I guess you could say. But I only have one service provider out here, and it says Xfinity. That's it. And I have what Xfinity can give me. There is no fancier internet. Back when I lived downtown, of course, there was some great internet there, but now, nope. But you know what? It's worth it to have Loki. All I get is the maximum package they get is like 40 upload speed here. That's the max package. I think I could probably do better if I got maybe the business Xfinity account, but I've never seen the worth of it because I just don't, I don't really use it much. I'd have to figure it out. The guy talked to me about it one time. I had them come out here to like answer some questions, but like it was back when my Xfinity was like, remember there was a point where I was like buffering a lot, and I mean a lot. I had them out and I was asking questions, and I was like, you know what, I'm probably just gonna pay a shit ton for that, and it's gonna keep on buffering a lot. So I never really like followed up on it. Xfinity would piss me off back in the day. All right, so currently Bitcoin has broken back down below 84,000 bucks. This is currently resting at 83,200. The news driving this, as we just talked about, is going to be tariffs and what's happening in Europe. But I think the European aspect of it is just really small. I think it's just the tariffs, to be honest, guys. I know while this is consolidating here and trying to come back up. Oh, actually, did it just do that? Actually, I think I might have just saw it. Yeah, there you go. So at least we kind of have an idea of what's coming out this week. We had S&P final manufacturing data. Manufacturing data, that's fine. Anything else coming out? Thursday, U.S. trade deficit, initial jobless claims. Friday is the U.S. jobs report. So we got a little bit of stuff. And I would say Thursday, Friday is definitely a bigger thing. But right now it's basically, can we hold on? I mean, look at the second chart here very fast. Whew. We were teetering, then the floor gave out and boom. And right now it's definitely trying to come back up for a little bit of breathing room, but you know, the bulls are not with us. At most you can see right here maybe a double bottom. But again, this is a second chart, so the breakout on top of this would not last for long. There you go. Let's go back to the 5-minute chart so you guys can actually just see. Look at that. That's brutal. That's just absolutely brutal. There we are. All right. Try Starlink. Starlink's not good enough for me. It's not consistent enough, for at least where I live. I thought about it though. How far from Maple Valley? I've heard of Maple Valley, but I haven't actually been there, I don't think. But I guess you could say like within an hour and like 20 minutes from Seattle. Friday is a crypto summit at the White House. Yeah, we're just talking about that. Yeah. Second chart is a meth crack. What do you call it? It's definitely a rough one right here. I mean, like here. People are going to be talking about it in a few seconds. I could already see my thing popping off with notifications, but let's see. Yeah, all I can see is tariffs. I mean, that's the only thing I can really think about here. Velasquez tells Musk go back to South Africa. Starship Flight 8 launch and expansion. Trump on $100 bill. Honduras proposal. Oh, Jesus! They don't need to put him on the $100 bill. Trump Congress speech, American Dream, and Musk presence. No. Yeah, not much here, guys. Not much trending. WWE. I don't think anybody's talking about Bitcoin now. But again, there's tariffs is starting to move up. Tariffs is slowly starting to move up, so it's happening here bit by bit. Let's see. Honda would build a new Civic hybrid in Indiana instead of Mexico to avoid Trump's proposed tariffs on imported vehicles. I mean, that's the whole point of the tariffs. It just means that car is not going to be more expensive, but at least the people in Indiana have a job. That's the give and take of all of this, right? Am I going to buy this Civic hybrid? No, but I'm sure somebody does. It doesn't look bad, right? Four more years of this, it's going to be a minute. Honestly, from a tactical perspective, if I were Donald Trump, I'd be doing all of this stuff as fast as possible because there's going to be pain, right? But you want the pain to be alleviated by the time the midterms happen. That way you can try to keep the House. Will he keep the House? Probably not. And again, that's where the shit show starts, because all the House did last time was do like investigations And what's that thing called? Impeachments. And I was just looking, I'm like, see, I just wanted you to like do your job. Now you're doing all this impeachment shit. I hated it. I hate all of them. I don't like them. But we'll see. We'll see. The good thing about Congress is I live so far away from Congress, I don't really care about them. I live in Washington State, right? So it's just like all the way over there. All the way over there. There we go. A little bit of a bounce here. Maybe that double bottom on the second chart actually paid off. No, I'd just say it was more of a same triangle breakout. Yeah. But we got to take it at this point. Let's go to the 15-minute chart here. Yeah, because this has been getting hit pretty hard. Okay, so this is Bitcoin. Definitely see the pop and drop here. Let me just back up a little bit while Bitcoin is taking this little bit of a breather here. How's the dollar index been today? Pretty similar, huh? Dow Jones, NASDAQ, SPY. All right, everything looks pretty similar. Ethereum, yep. Solana, yep. Dogecoin, yep. Trump, Melania, Whiff, Bonk, Miro, Baby Doge. Okay, I'll just say the name of something when it doesn't actually look the same. ADA looks a little bit better because it's still higher than the pre-pop point, but it you know, as you can tell, it's falling pretty darn fast. Jeez. Give me a second. I'm sure we're gonna find a token that's special. Yes, our little special token. What was that show back in the day? Oh, this is Leo. This one's a little bit different. What's that show? My Little Pony. We're looking for My Little Crypto. Luna, Mana, Sand, Spell, Sushi, Theta. Let's go with the stable coins. Oh, that's no, this is market cap. Never mind. Oh, geez. Well, you can tell it's going down now. Okay, maybe there really isn't right now. Okay, that's fine. I'm sure if we go to coinmarketcap.com, we're going to find one. How's gold doing? Ah, there you go. Gold's going up. Gold's doing just fine. So let's see. Let me refresh this so we can get new data here. There we go. Market cap is down 10%. CMC's really, goddamn. So what do we got? Yeah, Bitcoin's down 10%. Ethereum is down 16%. XRP down 19. Solana down 21. Wow. Kind of crazy because only a few things are actually up year to date, and XRP is one of them. Well, let me just get through this list here. Let's just go to the top 50 here. We don't need to go too deep in here. Doge is down 17. ADA is down 27. Tron is down 6. HBAR is down 16. Link is down 18. Leo is kind of flat. Leo's its own weird little thing though. Stellar is down 18. AVAX is down 17. Even Sheep is down 16. Yeah, definitely some pain there. Let me go over here very fast. Is anything actually up for the year? So let me see. Gate token, OM, DXE, XMR, Monero. Really, Monero making a little bit of a comeback here, it looks like. Tether Gold, Pax Gold. Okay, gold. Okay, I can understand that one, yeah. This gold's doing great. KuCoin token, all right. Leo, okay, XRP, and everything else, yeah. After that, it's all, you know, it's all kind of iffy. You get the Trump token, but that again, that was made this year. So, IP, that's still made this year, yeah. But what's horrible this year to date? Virtual down 77% year to date. WIF is down 66% year to date. Pepe is down 65. ENA is down 61. Floki is down 60. Bonk is down 61. Ray is down 56. Stacks is down 55. Theta is down. Ooh, Jesus. I mean, this is the feeling that you guys all have. Like, damn, fuck this shit. That's the feeling because all those altcoins are down quite a bit here. So let me go back on the 5-minute chart here. We'll kind of see what happens. We've broken through the support, so it is going to be easier to break back down later on, as we talked about earlier in the stream. Let's see. You're in Kent, Washington? Yeah, I go into Seattle a lot because I go to smoke at a lounge down there. It was pretty fun. So I'm gonna close that CME at 77K. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we had to dip down below that the way we're going right now. Can we call this in the bear market? I don't think this is a bear market, only because we've kind of been here before. You know, again, if you just zoom out and you go to the monthly chart here, we've had these consolidations, we've had these drops, and it gets very ugly for a short amount of time, and then all of a sudden we have some reason to pop back off. I would say for me, I'm not calling it a bear market yet, because usually I'm very late in calling it into a bear market. So I'm usually waiting for those death crosses, like right over here. Death crosses, death crosses, death crosses. That's when I'm like, you know what? I think this is over. So far, we don't have a death cross. We could consolidate until like April or May before we have any chance of that. And then we could still take off, right? So I'm giving it a little bit more time. Maybe if you want to get really bearish, maybe it breaks down below support over here and we start going down into the 60s. To me, that'd be like, uh-oh, that's something crazy. But, you know, when I think about Bitcoin and I see the volatility we've had over the past few years, when we do have these nasty moves, you know, we usually find a way to pivot back really fast, right? It's like one bad week. This one was kind of interesting. It took a little bit of time, but we still made our move. Nasty week right here. The next week we were kind of going sky high, right? Back when we kind of peaked, there was a few bad weeks of just really bad movement, and then we had this consolidation thing. Maybe something like that might spook me a little bit more. But yeah, usually, and when we're in kind of a bull market, you know, we have these nasty drops. We just find our way to get back in there. Kind of feels like we're. No, we don't have any context for this because we normally don't have to wait long. Look, we had to wait a little bit for here. COVID messed up a little bit, but generally speaking, that was it. That was a couple years. Then we had the great move, but the move itself was great, right? This one, it's been very gradual, just very gradual moves happening right here. There you go. See me. What'd you say? Learned your lesson last cycle. I sold everything 2 weeks ago. Wasn't gonna give up forever. Oh, it wasn't gonna go up forever. I see what you're saying right there. Hey, Chill Ripples. I like the name. How are you so chill? I've just done this a few times, man. It's just too many times. And hold on. I don't know what happened with the dogs. Like, hey. Here you go. Yeah. Can I pet you? Okay. Well, he acknowledged that I wanted attention myself. He was able to give it to me. I think it's just kind of understanding like how much money you have in crypto versus how much I have in the stock market versus how much I have in cash. I'm holding on to a lot of money in cash right now. The majority of my portfolio is cash at this point. Now in crypto, it's a lot more heavily invested into the market. But because when I make my money off of crypto, I've already started selling Bitcoin months ago. Some of you guys that have been here for a minute, you guys know that. I just kind of park that in cash and I'm kind of waiting. And then when it comes to altcoins, I park part of it in cash, but then I go right back into dollar cost averaging for the large moves. I'm getting decimated right now with my altcoin portfolio. My Bitcoin portfolio, it's still fine, right? It's, I bought it back when it was like 25,000, 20,000, 16,000. I'm fine. Ethereum portfolio, fine. Solana portfolio, fine. Even my Pepe is actually doing pretty well for me. Even my Dogecoin is doing okay. But everyday altcoins, like my world token or my ocean token or my fetch token. Oh, it's a travesty right now. But I've just been scaling out for a while now. And again, I don't have a bajillion dollars in crypto. I would say I probably have about 20%, 30% of my capital in there right now, right? Or delegated to this type of area. The rest is in stocks because stocks is just more reliable, and I don't have to worry about somebody hacking my TD Ameritrade account, right? And then kind of finish it off here. I've been selling a lot of my stocks off over the past couple years because I think we're in a bubble when it comes to AI, and I really want to watch it pop so I can really go in there and buy a lot of it. Because like when Nvidia pops, it's not like Nvidia is not going to be profitable. It's just that it's going to pop, right? So you can see right now Bitcoin trying to find some support and bounce off. So right now we're having a little bit of luck here. But if I back up very fast and I just go over here to YouTube breakouts and I just pull out the weekly chart for like a Google, right? Right now in this trend, Google is about to break down here. And it's at support, so it hasn't broken down yet, but it's about to, because momentum has rolled over. You're gonna see all these people do tons of shorts and options and puts and stuff on it here really soon. But back over here, during the rate hike phase, if you guys recall that, you know, transitory into like, oh my God, we gotta start, raising rates. We saw Google go down at the max like 45%. That's a pretty drastic move. Even when COVID happened, it only fell down like 35, right? So even if we go down again here and like there's actually a bad economy this time, we've already fallen down 20. First order block is 28. Second order block is 36. We'll probably at least, if things go according to plan, probably back down to 131. I want to be able to buy a lot of Google at that price. You go over here to Nvidia, which I think is, I mean, let's get rid of the lines because it's meant for different time frames. I mean, you see it. Back over here, Nvidia went down 70%. 70%. Again, that was just because of interest rate hikes. And now Nvidia's gonna have to worry about tariffs. Tariffs. Nvidia's been rolling over for a while. We've had some bearish divergence, and now it's finally catching up. Imagine we go 70% from where we are now. That's all the way back down here. And if you want to put it from a technical analysis aspect, that's kind of just like right around here. I'd rather buy it at 50 bucks than 114, right? So that's part of my thought process about all these tokens and things. I'm looking to buy more Bitcoin. I'm looking to buy a lot more Ethereum, Solana, things like that. Maybe not as much Ethereum. I don't like Vitalik. That guy freaks me the fuck out. But yeah, things like that. And then kind of like finish off this question. I've been kind of planning for more of a move in the stock market, not so much in crypto, but we have support levels coming up right here and right here. So I'm not saying we're going to free fall. Again, you know, these nasty moves usually happen like this. When you go into like tech bubbles, no, so this is coming out of the 2000 or the 1999 .com bubble. Maybe Google? I don't think Google's that old though. Yeah, no. Amazon's not that old. Apple's not that old. Maybe it is. Oh, there you go. Yeah. I forgot when they went public. Right? It's not going to look like the bubble bloop, like that. Talk about losing, how much they lose in a day. 50% in a day for Apple. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? that would just be terrifying. All right, back over here to Bitcoin. Can it hold? It's not doing a great job, but it's trying, and I guess we can give it that. You can still see how it's trying to be pushed down a little bit more. I think for now, though, let's just kind of keep a closer eye on actually the support level here. Let me see. Is anything actually popping off right now? No, not really right now. Anything else? No Mooding, Matic. Oh, Matic was one of my favorites, and just not doing so hot. There you go. But again, last time Trump talked about tariffs, we saw this kind of get started. Now he's like, no, tariffs are really back on. We started to see the decline. Then we had the good news for a day about the crypto reserve, and that spiked back up. But then Trump's like, hey, no, tariffs are really fucking coming along. I know I've been like saying I'm going to do it, and I haven't been doing it. Now I'm really going to do it. And by doing that, he's going to show his teeth right now, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens because, again, America's going to fuck up Canada with these tariffs. It's also going to fuck up Mexico. and not so much China because China's only 10%. But we're going to fuck them up, and they're going to attempt to fuck us up, but it's not going to do nearly as much damage as we do to them, right? And again, it's just going to be a shit show all around for a little bit. Coming out of it, America will emerge stronger, better, whatever you want to call it. But it's still going to fucking suck. And see, as I get more pessimistic, Bitcoin gets more pessimistic. That's what we got to live for right now. I definitely see it coming down a little bit more. Hey, Troopers, I'm 70% down. This isn't a bear market. Well, that means that you probably put a lot of money into altcoins, right? And that's what I'm saying. If you're in altcoins, this is a fucking terrible time. Yeah, I'm not dismissing that at all. If you're in a lot of, like, you're heavy into altcoins, it's a fucking miserable time right now. What you want to see is interest rates start to get cut again, and that's the motivation for you to be like, oh my god, now we're finally going to stop falling. My altcoins are finally going to find some support, and then we're going to go higher. You're looking for that. Like, if you want to find hope, you're going to find it in Benjamin Cohen's channel, because he talks about Bitcoin dominance and all that, like, longer term stuff. But the gist is, like, we are waiting for altcoin season to start, but that can't happen until Jerome Powell, the head of the Fed, unless he starts to cut rates, we're just not going to see it happen. And I mean, yeah, that's kind of the sad truth of it right now, Yeah, inflation, not influenza, inflation trigger. There we go. That's it. And the reason he hasn't is because he started to freak out when inflation hit 2.4%, so he started to cut pretty fast. And then all of a sudden, inflation started to get back up. So we went from 2.4, 2.6, 2.7, 2.93. We need to see this start going back down to like towards 2.4, 2.7, 2.8. We need to see go down. If that happens, then you guys can see that rate cuts happen and everything starts to go back up. So maybe I would say there you go. Last 5 years, you can see this is back when we did the higher interest rates. This was also the time when Bitcoin fell off a cliff the first time, so yay, interest rates had a nasty effect on across the market, right? And then of course, right now, we were in a period of pausing. I should go back over here to July of 2023. July, right? That's after the rebound from the FTX scare and everything like that. We were doing okay, right? Let me actually go back over here very fast. July. Is it August? No, July, yeah. And then once we started cutting back over here in 2024, right? What was that? August 2024. Right? That kind of saved us from continuing to fall back down. And then we got higher, then of course Trump effect kicking in there and giving us these nice gains. But yeah, it's gonna be a rough run. But usually, when we're cutting, we're going up generally, or when we're not hiking, we typically want to go up. We're usually going up. But right now we have a little bit of economic issues, as you guys might be aware of. There you go. Yeah, we're still barely, excuse me. There we go. Even in 2018, right? 2016, 2017, 18. Slow hikes over here, right? But once it got serious, we started getting back above 2%. You saw the market start to shake this off a little bit, like, uh-oh. Right now, we just need to have a reason to keep on going down, and we don't have one at this point. What happened to Matic? Nothing. They're still doing the work from what I understand. That just nobody likes their chart anymore, right? They had a very great rally back in 2021. I mean, it was a great one. Hey, Chill, you don't understand why it's happening? Again, look at the fundamentals of the economy. Like, Bitcoin is not just like news these days, because right now we have a lot of institutional investors in there. So institutional investors on Wall Street, they're looking at not just what Trump is saying, they're looking at, hey, how's the economy doing? What is liquidity like right now? What is the Fed saying? What is inflation saying? All of these things matter. And do it long story short, I guess, tariffs is much more impactful on Bitcoin than the crypto reserve, especially because we don't really know too much about the reserve, only that it's it's a goal for them, right? It may have to go through congressional votes, which means it may take months, if not like a year, to get it officially passed. So it's like, hey, there's something really great happening in a year, but we're letting you know it's starting now, so be really excited. People got excited, but then reality hit with Trump saying, hey, Trump dashes hopes for last minute Canada and Mexico deal ahead of 25% tariffs, right? And he's pretty much taken back all of the Trump pump that we've seen. We're still up from when Trump was elected, or the election. But man, it's it's a crazy time right now. Oh, and hey, Bill Showtime, happy to see you, man. And hey, Shane, damn, Michael, you're dropping a lot of F-bombs tonight. So I was having a thought about this because I've realized it myself. And I think it's right now, it's just because normally I curse when I'm annoyed about something. I'm not as annoyed about what's happening with the charts. My nose, and so I'm a strong like I curse a lot to myself. I try not to do it as much, but then something clicked in my head that accidentally released all of these swear words to you, and that's that I remember that YouTube demonetized my channel, and remember they didn't tell me the reason why, and because they demonetized my channel, I don't really have to worry about swearing on streams anymore because it's not like they're going to take away any money from me because I'm not making any money. Right? I don't make any money off of YouTube anymore. I get money from like the sponsors down below at BYDFi, but they don't pay me like a fat stack of cash every month. Remember the way influencers get paid, and this is why I don't really hype stuff up as much. Influencers get paid in a few different ways, but generally speaking, your favorite influencer, they'll have links like I do with exchanges, and then if you sign up underneath their link, then if you put your money into the exchange and you trade, they'll make a commission based off of the fees that you pay, right? So this is why you see so many of these influencers saying like, buy now, oh my god, we're going to the moon, oh my god, everything has changed, right? Everything's like, we're going straight up, because they know you're going to buy, right? And if you open a position and close the position, you're paying fees off on that, and then they get paid, right? And, let alone yesterday, I was saying, guys, Bitcoin's still bearish. I wouldn't be buying here. In fact, I told you guys I'm selling stuff yesterday, right? So it just, luckily I know how to trade. Not many crypto influencers actually trade. There's only a few of us that actually trade. The most just buy and hold for the long term, and they do it because, of course, it makes them money in the long term. Even people that do technical analysis don't necessarily know how to trade, right? So it is a big difference. It's very easy, I would say, to do your basic technical, saying, hey, we're in a downtrend, see this line right here, we want to break out above the line and go higher, right? It's the conviction to like say, hey, this is when this is the breakout I want to buy versus that breakout doesn't look right. For me, it's momentum and my trade style. But everybody has their own one. But if I were to tell you guys, hey, we're going to the moon tomorrow, this is the support level right here, this is as far as we drop. Some of you guys might say, oh my god, Michael's telling me this, I should go 50x long on Bitcoin right now because this is the bottom. I would make money off of that, right? So that's typically why that's basically how I make my money off of YouTube right now. I've also kind of hopped into consulting for some reason. You guys know I go to cigar lounges and I chill around. I'm a big networker. A lot of people want to learn more about cryptocurrency and just how the state of play of it and kind of what happens in the industry and things like that. And so I've also been consulting. The reason I don't really think about it too much as work is because I'm consulting while smoking a cigar and talking to somebody. So it's not like I'm on my computer typing out these reports and stuff. Even if I was, what he called me using AI or something. But again, I don't do any of that stuff. But yeah, I just get paid to kind of share my advice, and I get paid very well for that as well. So now it's not like I'm working every day for that, but still, it pays the bills and stuff. But yeah, the fact like when YouTube allows me to be remonetized, then I'll care. But until then, who cares? Like remember, I lost my monetization in January. I get to reapply in April, but if I'm not approved in April, I don't think I can reapply until May. So that'd be like a whole quarter and a little bit extra not being able to make any money from YouTube, right? And it's not like I have a massive channel, so it's not like I'm making money off of you guys like wild. I think my commissions for yesterday were about in total about $50, right? And that wasn't a volatile day for Bitcoin. See, you get what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's why I do my own trading and stuff like that, because it just makes it easier. If I wasn't trading, I would go into I'd have to change my niche or something, because a lot of YouTubers have changed the niche. Remember, okay, do you guys remember this YouTuber? I'll get back to Bitcoin in a second. His name was Crypto Batman. He was a crypto guy in 2021, right? It's not this guy though. It's not this guy. Goose Wayne. This is the guy, Goose Wayne. So he turned his channel into this, where now he has 1 million subscribers, but he was a crypto influencer, right? You can change it up as much as you want to, because again, if the market dries up and you don't have a source of income, like you don't know how to short in a bear market, right? What are you gonna do? You can't just like keep on talking about Bitcoin. Remember, I think at the lowest I had like 30 or 20 people watching my streams in the height of the bear market, right? I wasn't making any money. I was making money shorting, right? PewDiePie, all this type of stuff like this, right? And you see how there's a gap from 5 years ago to a year ago, right? That was that gap. And that was all crypto content. I don't even know. I wonder if he ever got rid of all the posts, but I'm not going to go all the way to that stuff. Oh, damn. He has some weird stuff on his thing. Let's ignore all that crap. You know, if you want to listen to Chinese music, that's me right there. Some may call me a spy, but Jackie Chan has a voice of an angel. All right. Crypto Batman is a homie. See, I don't even know about the new Crypto Batman. I know the old Crypto Batman. It's just a different thing. Like, I've actually talked to Goose a few times, but I'm just like, God, like to have that type of mentality. Like, dude, fuck crypto. I don't want to talk about it more. I talk about crypto because I like it, and I want to see it do some great things, right? Yeah, no worries. Chill. Happy to help you out, my man. Michael Saylor buys dips, of course, you know, but not everybody wants to buy every single dip, and he's leveraged up off the woo-ha, right? Scared money don't make money. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Loki, move. Wait, move. Here, take a treat. Over here, whining. Yeah. Got it. Tickle. Yeah, huh? All right. Bitcoin's actually putting up a little bit of a fight here. Let me go over to the 1 minute chart very fast just so I can see. We are making lower lows. We have a pretty good high, making a nice little bullhorn pattern. Huh. Interesting. So far, we're still bearish, but the fact that we're able to kind of hold these levels is kind of nice to see. That just does not look pretty at all, does it? Super sad he pivoted. Yeah, I know. What do you call it? Hey, being a crypto influencer is not an easy thing. Like, I found my niche where I do my thing. I know the big dogs out there in the space, but like I let them do what they're doing and I do my stuff. I will hang out with them in certain occasions. Like a lot of them are all out in, what do you call it right now? They're all out in Ethereum Denver. I'm chilling here with you guys. Partially because of my boot, but also I don't want to go to Denver for an Ethereum event. Again, I don't like Ethereum. I don't like their CEO. It freaks me out. But I will be going to Bitcoin Vegas, right? So, embrace game theory, Bitcoin Vegas, May 27th to 29th. I will be here, you know, I get like an industry pass, but I get this for free. It's basically like a press pass, if you will, because I'm an influencer. And so I got this. I already got everything booked. Well, no, I don't have my room booked. Actually, I got all my flight booked. I gotta book that. I have, what do I have booked? Oh no, I have another Vegas trip a month beforehand. I just finished booking that a couple days ago. But yeah, so there should be a lot of stuff going on here. Last year was crazy because Trump was there. Maybe Trump will be there this year. So far, I don't see it. So far, it looks like they got Michael Saylor, Cynthia Loomis, Grant Cardone, right? Sure. I mean, sure, right? Sure. For me though, I'm all about the side parties and just getting to chill out and hang out with people because I haven't seen all year. That's me. I've never really cared much about what the people on stage have had to say, personally. So yeah, my mindset's a little bit different there, a little bit different. You close out your ADA short like a noob? I mean, depends on when you open it, but right now it's not a bad idea. You know, Bitcoin's finding some trouble going down. ADA's come down a lot over the last 24 hours. You know, that's an okay place to take your money back, you know, or lock in your profits. Praying this is the biggest crypto bear trap we've ever created. Well, it can be, but we need to have a fundamental reason of why we should be buying Bitcoin again, right? Why we need to go from risk off to risk on. That really only comes in a couple circumstances, and that's peace in Ukraine and Russia, right? And Zelensky, like Europe wants to go, like Europe is going on the war path with their idea right now. So, we'll see how that goes. And then inflation in America has to go down. So that means we need to see inflation come down. Jerome Powell say, hey, inflation's coming down. And on top of that, our economy is going down a little bit too. It's been going slow, but I'm like, it's still going down, right? And Jerome's like, okay, we're gonna think about cutting rates. When he starts to say, we're thinking, not doing it, just thinking about it, the market will have a nice pivot from that. Now, we're about to put the 25% tariffs on Mexico, 25% tariffs on Canada, and 10% tariffs on China. And then we're also going to have 25% tariffs on the EU. The EU ones are much later on though. So, this means that prices are probably going to go up in the short term, leading to higher short-term inflation unless the economy gets out of control and we start to see deflation because of the economy going into a recession, right? But if the economy remains somewhat resilient here, it's going to be higher inflation, which means no interest rate cuts, which means no talk of interest rate cuts, which means Bitcoin probably continues to go sideways and down for a while. And again, not crashing back down to 30,000, 40,000, but I mean like literally sideways and down in a very pessimistic way where we're just watching it month after month after month go down more and more and more. And it's like a mini crypto winter, but we're not seeing the drastic drops of a winter. We're just kind of seeing the boringness of it where everybody's like, damn, nothing's happening here. Yeah, that's the way it's going to be for a minute here. We have to see some of that good news, and we're not seeing any of it yet. You going to Vegas too only for the Litecoin event? Yeah, I remember one of my friends, Tom. He is the Tom Crown channel. He got sponsored to go to Litecoin events, I think a few years ago. I was in town around the same time, but I was there for a fintech. See, I'm a networker. I do a lot of other stuff. I do a lot of consulting, and my favorite thing to do is yap to make money because it's less about typing and doing stuff. It's like sharing what I have learned from doing all this research, reading, having no life around crypto, right? I have my whole life revolve around it, and just making money, kind of explaining kind of more about the system, what people do, how to get in contact with certain people, be that networking guy, right? I was there for a fintech conference. It's called Money 2020. Actually, funny enough, that same year I actually met BitBoy for the first time there. I met him at a club for Money 2020. Omnia Club. I thought I had the picture, but I might have deleted it. But I took a photo with him back before he was all like, you know, black-eyed and shit. But I'm hoping he does okay. He's been through some shit apparently. Don't really know what, but he's been through it. When are you even considering opening fresh longs in terms of Bitcoin? So when you ask that, you're probably not talking about short-term trading like scalping or day trading. You're probably talking about a swing trade, or you're probably talking about possibly a longer-term investment. For me, in the simplest of terms, this is basically what I'm looking for. I want to see Bitcoin have a bullish change of character basically happening. I want to see the MACD be green. I want to see the stochastic be green. I want to see the RSI be green, and I want to see a breakout, right? If you're talking about like an actual like swing trade happening, those breakouts are key. So for an example right here, a breakout, right? Green, green, or bullish, bullish, bullish all through here. Good. Next level of resistance. Breakout right here, green, green a little bit after, green, and still bullish change of character from the break structure, plus a breakout. Next level of resistance, good. Up here, these are just Fibonacci. This is like grand Fibonacci's, like from the lows of 2018 to the highs of 2021 to the lows of the FTX crash, okay? So they've been here for a minute, and we've been respecting them, so I'm gonna keep on thinking that we respect them. And again, green, 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 all bullish, 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 breakout to the next level of resistance, right? And then if we have everything turned green and Bitcoin's like down here or something, I'll buy it and I'll still scale out right here. And if we break out here, I'll buy more to ride it up, because the next one is going to be up here. There is another level of resistance somewhere hidden in here. It's just not as important as the one I have on for you guys. I don't recall exactly what levels those were though. I really wish I did. So I think, okay, let me go back over here. Let's go to this one. This one's going to be a little bit different, but that's fine, because it's Bitcoin to the dollar, not Bitcoin to Tether. I trade using Bitcoin to Tether because that's what all my futures accounts are, right? All right, so there we go, there we go, there we go. Oddly enough, we were breaking out above this before Jerome Powell said we're going to stop cutting rates. That literally killed us. Oh man. All right. So there's a few other ones you might consider using here. Trend-based Fibonacci extensions. Lows, highs, lows. You see how we have that little bit of a cluster right there? Those clusters are pretty much what I look for in trading when it comes to using Fibonacci's, if I'm trying to like guesstimate what could happen in the future. Then you got one right there, put that one right there, so you have a couple options. Again, you have a cluster right there, a few right there, all clustered up. You go higher, the next cluster seems to be around 173,000 bucks. After that, not really many clusters. And then put one more on here, and that looks all new. Yeah, okay. So that's the opposite of the other one with the no log. And probably for this one, I'd say a couple right here. Again, normally I wouldn't really recommend anybody actually do this. It's just a total mess on your charts. But I think it has a little bit of value just to kind of help you understand those levels. All right, so if we zoom in, you can see all these clusters right here, right? No cluster, no cluster, cluster up here. So the next stop, if Bitcoin were to have another breakout, in my estimation, it'd be kind of around 140,000 bucks. That's probably as high as we would go. And it might be a pretty large one, but it kind of matches up with some of these like big moves that we've seen, right? Nice little long breakout. We might be looking at something more like this, where maybe we have a hiccup, but we're still ultimately going higher. When we do run into these, so I guess it's kind of hard to show you this. So all of these lines only matter for the most part after this point, okay? So all these like little ones over here, go over here to a 4-hour chart. Cluster, more important than just one matters. Cluster's more important. Cluster's more important. Breaking out takes a lot of force. Coming down, it's okay. And these are extension ones, so they're mostly for breaking out. Right? We broke above it, once, it makes it easier the second time. Getting back above, some support. Cluster right here, a little bit more difficult. Again, you can kind of see how it's support and resistance, right? Breakout here, not as much force actually. What was going on here? Oh, it was just another level of resistance on top of that. But again, clusters, a lot more force to get above them. And they all kind of matter. But I would say in the grand scheme of things, this is why I think the weekly chart's more important. But I feel like some of you guys may just like to use it. It's like, damn, there's a lot of resistance there and I just didn't see it. That type of stuff. Like you can go hindsight, like why did this trade not keep on breaking out or something? If you do all these clusters, you're probably going to see a cluster that you didn't even know about. But again, it makes your chart look like that. And it doesn't look good. Doesn't look good at all. But yeah, right. We might take a hiccup, right? Maybe the daily chart's better for this. Like, see how there's a hiccup right there, hiccup there, blast it through, a little bit of a hiccup there, a little bit of some resistance right there, a little bit right there, but they're not like really getting they're not really getting major rejections. You need to really have like a solid cluster there, if that makes sense, like 3 or 4. All right, but for now, let's move this back over sideways. There we go. Push this back over here. Nothing has happened since we started talking about that whole cluster rant. It was still going sideways here. Is Manic going to 0? No, I don't think we're going to 0, but it's going down. It's definitely going down quite a bit. And Instaphobic, I would super chat, but it doesn't even give me that. No. What do you call? I had like 200 members on my channel. They all got kicked off. Nobody can donate money to me anymore. It's just a pain in the ass. But don't worry about that type of stuff. I always say, if you guys want to support the channel, if you guys are ever looking for a new exchange, I don't just like leave your exchange and come over. But if you guys are ever looking for a new exchange, BYD Fine Weeks, they're great ones. I have links down below. Check them out. That's all I'd say, right? It's more of like, if you're ever in the market, right? Like I know a lot of people signed up over the last couple weeks for BYD 5 for me, but that's because they got scared shitless because of Bybit, right? The hack. So I was like, you know what? Fair enough. You know, they got some good discounts. They gave me some really cool little like promos to give you guys as well. Actually, I saw one this morning. I didn't actually read it, and I felt bad because I had woken up and I was just in a salty mood. You ever wake up and your head is in the pillow and you're like suffocating yourself? Yeah, that's how I woke up this morning. Let me see what message I got, because I know for a fact they sent me one. Yeah, they gave me here. Over here. So if you guys did want to join BYD, if I put a couple $100 in there, some of you guys put a couple $100, some of you guys put tens of thousands, so it's a little bit different. Because some of you guys want to do some larger spot trades and things like that. How do I, oh, I forget, it's a different thing. Okay, hold on. Copy link. There you go. They made this thing, right? Oh, okay, so there's my little logo thing. It's a little teddy bear thing. I could give them my photo, but I always think that's fine. But basically, if you guys have trading volume over $1,000, which basically means you trade $100 with 10x leverage, that's $1,000 in volume. That's how the volume works, right? You get $35. If you do the trading volume of over $1 million, which again is not that hard because the leverage makes it so much easier, you get AirPods, right? Get an iPad. This one, I believe for this one, I feel like it's more of a context though, because I know a lot of people that do over 100 million. March 3rd through April 3rd, so that's a whole month. So I'm assuming you get into a contest here. Yeah, there you go, for a chance, there you go. But they really give you some good opportunities to make some money, and not everybody, most of the time, you're not going to be able to find this on the main page. You might be able to for this one, I don't know, because I have been paying attention. Trading bots, markets. Maybe over here. No. Oh, maybe they don't have it. Yeah, maybe they did change it. Yeah, they might have changed it to be a little bit better for affiliates. Yeah, P program. Oh, okay. Well, okay, for this one, it's a little bit special. So normally what you're going to see is it's only for people that sign up using affiliate links. So you don't only find underneath my link or somebody else's link, but something that just kind of like happens upon the website, they're not going to get the same opportunity because they're not trying to be incentivized. They actually find their way there by themselves. They don't need an incentive to like get a Rolex or something, right? But yeah, so they gave me nice little things to talk to you guys about. Maybe I should do that a little bit more often. I just don't want to appear that I'm selling it too much to you guys. At the most, what I think I need to be doing is saying, hey everybody, today's stream was sponsored by BYD and Weeks. Give them a chance if you guys are looking for new exchange. I'm sure they'd love to like help you out, right? But then I'm also sponsored. You just saw Opus Clip running on. That's an AI video cutting software. I'm about to be sponsored by this other company here. Sponsor doesn't mean they pay me like you think it pay me. I just basically use the product for free, and I get paid sometimes when I'm helping them with different things. But like Opus Clip, they pay me in certain ways because like they flew me out to Vegas. They gave me a few $1,000s over the last few months, right? So I get paid from them. Let me say that I get paid from them. It's just not like, hey, we're paying you to talk about our product. It's more of like, hey, we want you to do some stuff for us as like a consulting thing, talking about cryptocurrency and what people want to see as far as Opus, right? So a little bit different. Consulting, so much easier. But you know, right, this Opus Clip right here, you know, this one. I have this. I have a lot of videos right now. It's been a lot of Trump content because that's all the news. It's all about tariffs and Ukraine, all that crap stuff. And then see my dashboard. Oh, I thought it said I was signed up. Okay, I'm not gonna put my email in there for you guys, but see that. The next one here is this one called Short AI. This one, I have no idea why they contacted me. I think it's because I put those tutorials out for Opus Clip a while ago. But I call this the brain rot content. Brain rot. So I'm testing this out right now, and I'll let you guys know how I feel about it. To be honest, it was rough. It was really, really rough. I tried to have it make a video for me, and it somehow ended up making it into like, see, big news, and it went straight into Chinese when I gave it an English script. So it's like literally speaking in Chinese right now. I know you guys can't hear, but it's speaking in Chinese. So I was just like, okay. I tested this one out. You see all the Minecraft videos? You can give it a script. You can import it from Reddit. It can do a whole little Reddit story for you and like jump it up and down and shit. I mean, this is why I thought it was kind of cool. So I could put out some of that moment, right? Those moments, because I would love to put out cryptocurrency stories for you guys. I think that'd be like one of the coolest things ever. But right now, I'm just testing it out, and I'm going to put a tutorial on the channel probably later on in case some of you guys want to do it. But I'm probably just going to put cryptocurrency Reddit stories on my shorts, right? And see how that goes. Oh, and hey, Tony, happy to see you, my man. What up, Michael? Trump has ruined crypto after all the promises. Trump and dumps with the insider trading. What do you call right now? Short. Now you want to short, dude? You got to short before it does that. The proper time to start shorting was back when we were talking about the MACD on the weekly chart turning back over, and that was that was February 3rd. So basically, exactly a month ago. Exactly a month ago here. But it even took a little bit of time for that nasty drop to happen. I think altcoins are where you want to just short and kind of let them go. But for me, I mean, a lot of my long-term, longs that I had, they all got stopped out like at like 400% down, 500% down, 300% down. And again, I only had like maybe $5 in this trade, maybe $50 in this trade, but I still lost money. I got to figure out when I want to kickstart that back up again, because usually I make a lot of good money, and then with the profits, I move those part of them towards the new portfolio for doing those, right? So I'm probably gonna have to do that pretty soon, though. I got to figure out which ones I want to do. I think it's gonna be very, very important. I probably pock some of those up. Guess maybe I just. What I'll do for you tomorrow, because I stream tomorrow tomorrow's Tuesday. Stream normally. Wednesdays when I go take my computer in to get fixed up. So tomorrow, what I'll do is I'll open up BYD and weeks, and we'll open up 2 specific trades on them. So on BYDFi, let's say we'll just open up a Bitcoin trade on that one, and we'll just keep it going. It'll be a $1,000 trade to start off. Let's be respectable with our leverage. Let's be 5x leverage. The other trade on weeks will be 1,000 going into, 500 going into Ethereum with 5x leverage, 500 going into Solana with 5x leverage, and then we'll choose Fetch AI, AI token. We'll go with Dogecoin as well. We'll go with Trump token. ADA and XRP. So 5 altcoins, like 5 smaller altcoins. Those 5 tokens plus Ethereum and Solana. So 7 tokens in weeks with $500 going for the top 2, and everything else maybe getting $50 to start off with. And we'll kind of see how they perform. Maybe I'll do $1,500 in the Bitcoin 5x leverage long, and then I'll make the total of everything else be $1,500 as well. So $500 for Ethereum, $500 for Solana, that's $1,000, then $500 split up for the last 5. So that'd be $500 for ADA, $500 for XRP, $500 for Dogecoin, $500 for Fetch AI, and $500 for Trump token. Again, with 5x leverage. So that means at least for the meme coin ones, the 5 with the $100, every 20% they drop, I'll lose $100 plus fees, but the fees won't be crazy big because I have a VIP account on there. Yeah, I think that's probably the best way to have this. I think that'd be a fun way to kind of check in on the market every day, while not, while myself not losing lots of money. That's why to calculate, it comes down 20%. That's $100 losses. That's $500 lost, in general. So it can only fall down 20% so many times. I would have to hope. And maybe I'll risk up to maybe $5,000 in losses because I'm hopeful that Bitcoin's still bullish. All right. Let's see Sailor get liquidated. Oh man, you're gonna go crazy with it. I haven't met Michael Saylor. I don't know. I might have met him, but I don't think I've actually talked to him. If that makes sense, you can say hi, but you don't really like talk. I remember didn't he almost get liquidated during this last bull market? Or that's the last bear market. Oh, that could have been crazy. And hey, Arlek, happy to see you, my man. Hope you're doing well. Open the monthly chart, you might notice the uptrend. Oh yeah, that's where I'm not overly concerned. But man, like, if you're in altcoins, it might not be an uptrend. It might not be an uptrend. I think that's what people don't get. Like, for people that are heavily in Bitcoin, they're not too concerned right now. They're kind of up and down or whatever. It's the people that are heavy in altcoins. That's where you start to see the pain, the agony, the stress, right? Excuse me. Trump said XRP strategic reserve. Yeah, it'll be fine. Let's see right here. What are you saying right there? Markets top with violence and bottom in silence. Yeah, I mean, what do you call? I think that's the beauty of it, though. That's why we dollar cost average on here. Like, as I told you guys last few days, I'm still dollar cost averaging. But yesterday was such an out of the ordinary pop. I was like, if you have anything that's like bullish and like it's making some money, I'd consider scaling out of it. And I did scale out of it, and I'm happy I did. I didn't foresee these tariff things like actually going through because Trump has been very flip-floppy on them, to be honest. And so I was like, okay, well, we'll see. But then I guess now that we have the news going along here with the tariffs going forward, Yep, I do. Gonna be rough right there. It's gonna be an experience. Let's just say it's gonna be definitely be an experience for us. Thoughts on Ethereum long term? I think Ethereum will do fine long term. The Trump family seems to have bought into it as well, so I know they're gonna do what they can to keep it going. I think they're fine. I do think eventually there's gonna be a better mousetrap for Ethereum, but until that happens, you know, I think you can hold it for another 5, 10, 15 years, and I think it'll still make you some really great money. I just think eventually, once regulation really hits cryptocurrency, you know, and blockchain technology in a more forceful way, there's going to be separate markets for everything. So, like, meme coins won't even be on the exchanges that you're allowed to trade Bitcoin on, right? It'll be just a different kind of experience for all of us. So, it's going to be important that you think about the fundamentals behind Ethereum, why people would still be using Ethereum in 5, 10, 15 years, and what are they doing to make sure they're still relevant in 5, 10, 15 years. I think right now they're doing plenty. They're doing enough, right? I'm like staking my money with Tron right now. I own both, of course. But Tron is just something where I like, it's faster and it's cheaper. I don't know how they do it. Maybe there's some safety I'm missing there or something like that. But I've just never had a problem with Tron, and I've never had a problem with the freaking gas fees and shit. So yeah, I've just kind of always been more likely to buy Tron as far as a long-term hold. But I maybe actually that's also because I've already been buying Ethereum. I've been buying Ethereum for like years and years, and I just don't feel like I need to keep on buying more of it at this point. Ethereum is AOL or MySpace. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. But we're living in MySpace right now. Like, we're living in that time. When do we get more bullish news, Michael? Tomorrow, Wednesday? I mean, I would say any day we're gonna have bullish news. It's just not gonna make up for the fact that we have tariffs, because the news, like, we're gonna have news. It's just not gonna be like the news of the day, right? It's not gonna be the news. The reason we saw Bitcoin pop up so much was because it was how do I describe it? Like, it was Sunday news, right? Sunday, nothing really happens. There's some politicians that go on the Sunday shows. They talk about their little old people stuff, you know, and then that's it. Yeah. Monday, economy, you know, tariffs, all this other shit. Oh, God. Oh. The exchanges need regulation, not crypto. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna be regulated a lot. Like, yeah, there's going to be a lot of exchanges out there that just do not have meme coins. And what they're going to do, in my opinion, is just like how we have the over-the-counter markets, right? I think isn't my head's hurting. I forgot if it is. Well, basically in the markets, you have like the NASDAQ. We can trade on the NASDAQ. You can trade the S&P 500. You can trade the New York Stock Exchange. You can trade all these places, right? Well, for all the shit, you know, you got over the counter, where you got to pay like a $6 fee just to buy and a $6 fee just to sell. And there's a bunch of pump and dumps and everything that we know with meme coins going on over there. So there's going to be a section of that, but it's just going to be different, which is going to be interesting. And then there'll be more of like the AI tokens and stuff. They'll be on the main exchanges. You know, the Arbitrum, BNB, you know, that'll be on the main exchanges. Maybe even Dogecoin. But until then, you know, you know, I'm sticking with all of them, having a good time riding them. But you got to be careful, because that long-term thing is going to be wild. Once we get regulation hasn't even been thought about yet. People are still trying to do the budget and shit right now. So yeah, it's gonna take a minute. Is World W Financial still holding to the tokens? I believe so at this point in time. Yes, they actually just bought a lot a few weeks ago. Yeah. Bybit gets hacked and they liquidate enough longs the next days to repay their loans. Convenient. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. That's always part of it. People are very pessimistic about them. Yes, they are. But again, it's just that, like, for me, it all started when their owner is just such a fucking weirdo, and I don't like weirdos like that. Like, I'm a conservative guy, guys. You know, I don't mean that like I'm like an ardent Trump supporter or something like that, but like from a cultural perspective, I, I haven't dated a woman that has blue hair. You know what I mean? Like I'm just like I'm an old soul. I'm an old soul. I guess that's probably a better way to say it. And like, I don't know. I don't mind the shirts and stuff. I think it's just him, his weirdness. I don't know. I mean, here. I don't know. Freaks me out a little bit. I don't know. Yeah. And I just remember all the times I wanted to like practice swapping and learn how to swap, and the fees were so fucking expensive. I was like, why the fuck am I doing this? I don't have to. And I just didn't. And I saved myself like $500 in gas fees. Like, pretty smart on my part. It's pretty smart for me. And hey, Mephisto TV, was it actually you DMing me on Discord earlier today? That would be a negatory. I never message anybody first. I never message anyone first on Discord, Telegram, anywhere. It's always going to be a scam. It's always going to be a scam. Never, never, never give me money. Never, never, never listen to anybody that says they are me. I will never contact any of you on Discord, on anything like that. Never, 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 never. Don't give them the money. Riddlex said, make communism great again. Oh yeah, what do you call? Old soul that uses stop losses. Yeah, stop losses, there you go. Riddlex looks like Sheldon from the crypto banter. See? Oh man. You know, I am interested to see how the influencer space in crypto really rolls on, because I'm more of the YouTuber type, and the YouTuber type is much harder to get involved with. But there's a lot of people on X that are like X famous, right? Which should be interesting. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how this whole space kind of develops over the next few years. I'm pretty optimistic about it though. Yeah, but I figured that was the case. I cursed you out before I could even gain traction. Oh, before I could even gain traction? Yeah. Okay, buddy, I'm gonna call it a night right now. We've been talking for about an hour and a half, and I'm getting a little bit of a headache, which kind of hurts my head actually right now. I don't know why. Maybe a lack of sleep I have a feeling of. But I will see you guys a little bit later. And I'll pull it up tomorrow, Tony. I like these chill places. Like when there's more people here, it makes it so much easier for me to chill with you guys and talk. I am not minding Pi anymore. I gave up on it. Maybe it does something in the future. Who knows? I don't care anymore. If you really need to hit up somebody, you just let them message you first. I never need to hit up anybody. I'm a pretty loner guy. I mean, like I have friends, but they're not in crypto. Usually the people that I do business with are people that I meet. Or if they want to do something, they'll reach out to me in email or have a video call. Within that video call, they'll drop me their information and I'll put the information in my phone. It's a very long process. Rarely do I ever just like meet with people or talk to people on Discord. But anyway, I'll see you guys a little bit later. Relax, chill. The market's bouncing off a little bit right now. Look at Bitcoin going up a little bit right now. I think we'll be okay, but just go outside a little bit. Well, it's dark right now, but it'll be bright and sunny tomorrow. And then read the news about tariffs, and that'll give you a little bit of a shock. So, see you guys all a little bit later. I was gonna give Loki a treat, but I don't think I actually have any more treats over here. I have tobacco. Nope. I'm sorry, boy. Well, you want to say hi? See, he knows there's no treat.